I told y'all, just wait on it. So we have a book haul today. I am very excited. Books make me very excited. So we went to the good old Barnes and Nobles. Now, I did not buy all of these books at once, and this was not planned. I went to Barnes and Nobles because I wanted to see what they had. I only got like 4 books. 2 of them were like new releases that were first print run. So if you didn't get the first print, it was going to be a different copy. So I went for those. And then I got 2 off the buy one, get one 50% off table. Then I got an email from Barnes and Nobles that said premium members got access to book haul, which book haul is a thing they usually do during the summer and then also at the end of the year, where select hardcover books excuse me, are 50% off. So because I am a premium member, I got access 2 days early. So then I got books from there, but all of the books were on sale. And then I limited myself. I only got, I think, 5. And then the 5 that I did get, I did them so I could do pickup in stores. So in my mind, I was like, if I can't pick it up in store, I don't desperately need it that bad. So I limited myself, you know? I saved money. So that's what I know. So we're gonna do the haul with the books that I got first, just going into Barnes & Nobles, and then we're gonna do the books from book haul. But just know I saved money. My poor little receipt. Oh, as always, I will also put the original price and then the price I got it for on the screen. My little receipt ripped, but it should still be good. First, I got The Air He Breathes by Brittany Cherry. I've never heard of this book before, but I read the back. It sounded good, but also look at this. Look at this. There were 2 other factors that I was like, character art of our main characters in the front, right? And then it's also signed by the author. We love that. And then I didn't realize this when I bought it, found this out after, but they also have chapter 1 with annotations from the author. So like as she was writing the book. We love great surprises. So it's part of a series. I don't know if it's like interconnected or if it does focus around the same couple, but you know, if they're all gonna be looking like this, we might have to tap in. We might just tap in to see what it's about, but I love it. And then she also did a little Dear Readers. So cute. We love it. I was warned about Tristan Cole. Stay away from him, people said. He's cruel, he's cold, he's damaged. It's easy to judge a man because of his past, to look at Tristan and see a monster. But I couldn't do that. I had to accept the wreckage that lived inside of him because it also lived inside of me. We were both empty. We were both looking for something else, something more. We both wanted to put together our shattered pieces of our yesterdays. Then perhaps we could finally remember how to breathe. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, I saw the character art. I was like, yeah, I'm locked in. Let's go. So honestly, from what the back tells you, it's not much to go off of what the book is going to be about, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because sometimes the backs give too much. We want a little bit of it to be a surprise. So I really don't know much about what's happening here, but I'm convinced I'm gonna like the book, and that's really all I need. That's all I need. And I'm not sure if this was like an older release and then it just got re-released with like a new cover and new content. So I would assume all of the rest of the books in the series are out, but I have no idea. But I'm looking forward to it. It's cute enough for me. And then it has 327 pages. It's not super duper thick. And the original price was $16.99, and I got this book for, hold on, $7.64. You love to see it. So that's our first book. This is the second one. It's called Cross the Line by Simone Soltani. I wanted this one mainly because look how cute the cover is. She's adorable. It's an F1 racing romance. That's really all I know. It came out a while ago though, but I've been wanting it and I saw it. So I grabbed it. It's also a brother's best friend, and we love that trope over here. It's good stuff. Her brother's best friend sends her heart racing in this sparkling Formula One romance. Formula One driver Dev Anderson's career is on the line after a social media disaster leaves him with an angry team and sponsors threatening to jump ship. He needs someone to help save his image. At a party in Monaco, he bumps into the woman who can fix it all. There's just one problem. She's his best friend's little sister. And okay, maybe there's another problem. He kissed her last year and hasn't been able to stop thinking about it since. Recent college grad Willow Williams needs a job. She may have a talent for seeing the bright side of any bad situation, but it's hard to stay positive when she's struggling to get hired. So when Dev offers her a temporary solution, she can't help but say yes, even if it means ignoring the crush she's had on him since childhood. Willow and Dev are determined to keep things strictly professional, regardless of old feelings and blazing chemistry between them. But in the glittering and high-stakes world of Formula One, some lines are meant to be crossed. Cross the line. We love it. I told y'all, brother's best friend is always going to be like a top tier trope, especially because I know they're going to start something and then they're going to keep it a secret from homegirl's brother, and eventually he's going to find out, and that's going to cause drama, and they will potentially have like a small breakup because of that. But then the brother is going to see how they make each other happy, and he's going to put his feelings aside, and they're going to get together. Obviously, you know, it's going to be a little bit different because this has different stuff, but usually that's like a premises of what happens with the brother's best friend trope. But we love it. And also it doesn't look, you know, too thick. She's pretty, you know, a short, quick romance, 403 pages. So I'm looking forward to this one. The original price was $19, and then I got this one for $17.10. Oh, I also forget, as a Barnes & Noble's premium member, along with sales, I also get an extra 10% off each book. Okay, now we're going to move on to the two other books that I was telling you had first print run editions going on. So this is If We Were Perfect by Anna Huang. If there's one thing you need to know about me, I love Anna Huang. If she writes it, I'm gonna get it. So this is the first series she ever wrote. It's 4 books, but book 1 and 2 are a duology, and then 3 and 4 are standalones, but they all take place in the same universe, and it's like a friend group, so you do have to read them in order. I have not finished reading what I need to read this one yet, so I won't be reading the back because that would spoil it for myself and y'all. But it's her Shanghai series, and if you don't know Anna Huang, she's really popular for her Twisted series, Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Lies, all that jazz, which Twisted Games is my favorite. But this is the one she wrote before that, and it got re-released with sprayed edges, and then the spine design is going to be on the first print run. The edges are also first print run, so I had to hop on and get those because they're adorable. I love it. They're so pretty. And then Anna Huang also is currently writing the King of Sin series. It's not finished. She just did book 4 and book 5 is coming out later on. And then she's also starting another, I don't know if that one's going to be a series, but it's going to be a sports romance. So this one has 310 pages, so fairly short. And then the original price was $17.99 and I got it for $16.19. Now the last book, which I'm really excited about, because 1, she's gorgeous, and then 2, my friend Hannah said she already read this one and she loved it. So this is The Coven by Harper L. Woods. She's gorgeous. Look at the edges. Stunning. And then there's also end page art. I'm just going to take it off. The end page is like the roses. And this is only on the first print run that you're going to get these. So, you know, I had to hop on and get this book really quickly. And it is going to be a series. The second book comes out, I think, close to October, November. But look at it. It's so pretty. Oh, this is the second book. And as you can see, it's also going to follow the edges and kind of like the same design as this one. Revenge. Raised to be my father's weapon against the coven that took away his sister and his birthright, I would do anything to protect my younger brother from suffering the same fate. My duty forces me to the secret town of Krystal Hollow and the prestigious Hollows Grove University, where the best and the brightest of my kind learn to practice their magic free from human judgment. There are no whispered words here, no condemnation for the blood that flows through my veins. The only animosity I face comes from the beautiful and infuriating headmaster, Alaric Grayson Thorne, a man who despises me just as much as I loathe him and everything he stands for. But that doesn't mean secrets don't threaten to tear the school in two. No one talks about the bloody massacre that forced it to close decades prior, only the opportunity it can afford to those fortunate enough to attend. Because for the first time in 50 years, the Coven will open its wards to the 13. 13 promising students destined to change the world, if the ghosts of Hollow Grove's victims don't kill them first. And on the front, it says, "Death is not your end." Okay, and on the back, it has a little excerpt, so I'm going to read that to y'all as well. "I've always come for you, Witchling," he said, holding my stare for a moment. Those blue eyes glimmering with something that felt more, stealing the breath from my lungs for a suspended moment in time. The gold seemed to flash, the twisted connection between us pulling taut. Then he ruined it, turning his stare away and touching the underside of my chin. "Can't have you being the only one to give me orders, now can I?" I grimaced, the reminder serving its purpose, grounding me in reality. Love wasn't in the cards for me, not with a witch, and definitely not with a vessel. We could and would work together, but this was nothing more than a business arrangement between two people who hated each other, even if we want to rip one another's clothes off. So obviously, it's going to be enemies to lovers with her and Alaric. And that's really all I need to know. I'm telling you, Hannah and I have very similar reading tastes. So if Hannah liked it, I know that I'm going to like it. So I love it already. So this was the most expensive book. This one, the original price was $29.99 and I got it for $26.99. And let me also tell y'all the page count. So this is on the shorter side with only 288 pages. So we can knock her out, but she's so pretty. Okay, so those were our first 4 books. Now we're gonna move on to the ones I got on sale, 50% off. Get our receipts. Okay. First up, we have Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jenniffer L. Armentrout. And this is the Barnes & Noble's exclusive edition. This was the most expensive one from this order. And then with the exclusive edition, we do have the stamp on the hardcover, and you do get the in-page designs. They're so cute. And Jenniffer has another series out that I want to read, but yeah, it's called the Blood and Ash series, but she's still actively reading it, and there's like, I don't know, 5+ books. So we're not tackling that one yet. We're going to start with this one that she just started writing. So there's only one book out. I don't know how many will be in this series, but I do know it's going to be a series. Long ago, the world was destroyed by gods. Only 9 cities were spared, separated by vast wilderness, teeming with monsters and unimaginable dangers. Each city is now ruled by a guardian, a royal who feeds on mortal pleasure. Born with an intuition that never fails, Callista knows her talents are of great value to the power-hungry of the world. So she lives hidden as a courtesan of the Baron of the Archwood. In exchange for his protection, she grants him information. When her intuition leads her to save a traveling prince in dire trouble, the voice inside her blazes with a warning and promise. Today he will bring her joy. One day he will be her doom. When the Baron takes an interest in the traveling prince, and the prince takes an interest in Callista, she becomes the prince's temporary companion. But the city simmers with rebellion, and with knights and monsters at her city gates, and a hungry prince in her bed, intuition may not be enough to keep her safe. Callista must choose follow her intuition to safety or follow her heart to her downfall. Yes. So this is going to be a romantasy. I'm very, very excited. As you can see, she's kind of thick. She's the thickest of the haul, but I love it. We also have something on the back that I'm gonna read to y'all. Breathtaking suspense and scorching romance meet in this immersive new fantasy from mega best-selling force Jenniffer L. Armentrout. She lives by her intuition. He feeds on her pleasure. Yes, I'm so excited. So excited to read her. And Hannah, this is also on her TBR as well. So, this one has 415 pages. Yeah, and then the original price was $27.99, and I got this one for, hold on, let's find the correct receipt. Future, maybe it's this one. No, this is not the right receipt. This is also not the right receipt. Pause for a moment while I find the receipt. Okay, I found the correct receipt. I got this one for dang, man. It doesn't say on this receipt. It was like 14 something. Again, I'll put the price on the screen below. But because I ordered them online and did in-store pickup, the receipt only has like my total price, not the original and then the price I got it for. But book one. Next, I have A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft. So I almost wasn't able to get this one. This is on sale for the book haul, but it has like a little tear. You can barely even see it on here, but there's like a little tear. So when I did the order, originally it was set for pickup, and then when they got it, they said that if a book like has a tear or something, they can't sell it. But they were like, do you want to see it? I said yes. It's not that big of a deal. I have like clear tape on it to cover it. Literally, it was minor. So they also gave me an extra 10% on this book. So that's how I was able to get it. It was also the only copy they had left, which is why, you know, went through all this trouble. But it's supposed to be kind of like Bridgerton in a fantasy land. And this is also the YA book club edition. So it has the stamp on the hardcover, and then the edges are also done. Pretty. And then the dust jacket that is on here is not the original. It's like because it's the book club edition, it has a different dust jacket. Here we go. All right. Transporting readers to a Regency England inspired fantasy world. A Fragile Enchantment is a sweeping romance threaded with intrigue, unforgettable characters, and a love story for the ages. Nima O'Conchibert has never let herself long for more. The magic in her blood that lets her stitch emotions and memories into fabric is the same magic that will eventually kill her. Determined to spend the little time she has left guaranteeing a better life for her family, Nima jumps at the chance to design the wardrobe for a royal wedding in the neighboring kingdom of Avaland. But Avaland is far from the fairy tale she imagined. While young nobles attend candlelit balls and elegant garden parties, unrest brews among the working class. The groom himself, Kit Carmen, is prickly, abrasive, and begrudgingly being dragged to the altar as a political pawn. But when Nima and Kit grow closer, an unlikely friendship blooms into something more, until an anonymous gossip columnist starts buzzing about their chemistry, promising to leave them alone only if Nima helps to uncover the royal family secrets. The route at the heart of an Avaland runs deep, but exposing it could risk a future she never let herself dream of, and a love she never thought possible. So I can understand how we have this random gossip columnist that would be Lady Whistledown. Yeah, but a lot of people are comparing it to if Bridgerton was set in a fantasy world, this would be the book. And I absolutely love Bridgerton. We love Bridgerton over here. So I have a feeling I'm really going to enjoy this one. So I'm very excited to read this. And then the girl I was talking with at Barnes & Noble, she's already read this one and she was like raving about it. So I'm very excited. And this one has 373 pages, and then the original price was $20. Because I did get this one in store, I do have the receipt, and I got it for $9.61. Again, this was 50% off, and then I got an extra 10% off because of the rip on the dust jacket. Okay, now moving on to our next book, The Hunting Moon by Susan Dennard. So this is part of a series. The Luminaries is the first book. It has been featured on my channel before. And when I saw they have the second one on sale, you know I have to grab her so I can go back into the world of Winnie Wednesday. So looking forward. If you have not read the first one, you might want to skip this part because it is going to be spoilers. Winnie Wednesday has gotten everything she thought she wanted. She passed the deadly hunter trials. Her family has been welcomed back into the Luminaries. And overnight, she has become a local celebrity. But none of it feels right. For one, nobody will believe her about the new nightmare called the Whisper that's killing hunters each night. Everyone blames a werewolf, even though Winnie is certain that the wolf is innocent. On top of that, following her dad's convoluted clues about the Diana's, their magic, and what happened in Hemlock Falls 4 years ago is leaving her with more questions than answers. And unfortunately, there is only one person who can help her, Jay Friday, the boy with plenty of problems and all of his own. As bodies and secrets pile up around town, Winnie finds herself questioning what it means to be a true Wednesday and a true luminary, and above all, where her fierce heart loyalties might ultimately have to lie. Okay, so to kind of do a little catch up, Winnie and her family were basically shunned for some actions that her father did back in book 1, but Winnie ultimately wanted to become a hunter to, 1, prove that her family did nothing wrong, and 2, so they can like somewhat get back in the good graces of this group. And that's how she ended up meeting or kind of like teaming up with Jay Friday in the first book. He helped her train. They had this little thing going on. And so at the end, she does pass the trial. She is a hunter. Everyone's kind of like surprised, but because she passed, like they do have to welcome her, and she is in this group again now. So that's kind of like presently where we are, but there's still a lot of secrets and things that were left unsolved and unanswered in the first book that I'm hoping we get answers in this one. And I'm not sure if the second book is the end or if there's going to be a third book. But as you can also see, it's pretty thin, so it looks like it'll be a quick read. So our total number of pages are 292, so this will definitely be a quick read. I'm looking forward to it. And I also forgot to show y'all, but the hardcover is stamped. She's so pretty. And then the original price for this book was $19.99, and I will put the price I got it for on the screen. Moving on. I'm so excited about this one. So this is the Invocations by Krystal Sutherland. She wrote one of my favorite fantasy mysteries called House of Hollows. So good. I read that one when I started reading again. Loved it, and devoured it. And I've seen this one in the Barnes and Nobles out here 3 separate times, and I love it because, as you can see, the design is on the hardcover itself, and this comes with a different spine than usual, and it also comes with these pink metallic edges. I've wanted her, but I was like, I don't really need her at this moment. So when I saw it on sale, I was like, it's a sign my waiting has paid off. We get to pick her. And they actually only had 2 left at the location. And then once again, the girl that checked me out, we were talking about this because she's read House of Hollow and she hasn't read this one yet. So I told her I would let her know how it is, but it looks so good. I love it. And if it's anything like House of Hollow, I know I'm gonna enjoy it because I really enjoyed that one. 3 girls, 1 supernatural killer on the loose. Zara Jones believes in magic because the alternative is too painful to consider, that her murdered sister is gone forever and there is nothing she can do about it. Rather than grieving and moving on, Zara decides to do whatever it takes to claw her sister back from the grave, even trading in the oculate. Jade Wolf may be the daughter of a billionaire, but she is undeniably cursed. After a deal with a demon went horribly wrong, her soul has been slowly turning neurotic. It's a miserable existence marred by pain, sickness, and monstrous things that taunt her in the night. Now that she's glimpsed into what's beyond the veil, Jude's desperate to find someone to undo the damage she's done to herself. Enter Emma Bryn, an orphan witch with a dark past and deadly power, aka the solution to both Zara and Jude's problems. Though Emma lives a hardscrabble life, she gives away her most valuable asset, her invocations, to women in desperate situations who are willing to sacrifice a piece of their soul in exchange for a scrap of power. Zara and Jude are willing, but they first have to find Emma. When Emmer's clients start turning up dead all over London, a vital clue leads Zara and Jude right to her. If a serial killer is targeting her clients, Emmer wants to know why and to stop them. She strikes a tenuous alliance with Zara and Jude to hunt a killer before they are next on his list, even if she can't give them in return what Zara and Jude want most, a sister and a soul. It sounds like I'm gonna like it because in House of Hollow, it followed 3 sisters who disappeared and then they came back and had lack of memory, and they didn't come back quite how they left. So good. So I'm looking forward to this again. Yo, look at the cover. It's so nice. I have high hopes because I enjoyed the first book by her. So this one has, oh wait, it looks like it possibly also has extra content. It does. Okay, so it has 390 pages, but then there is what seems to be an extra chapter that you're supposed to read after you read this book. So we're looking forward to that. And then the original price on this was $20.99. Now we're gonna move on to the last book of the haul, and I'm really looking forward to this one. It's been a long time coming. This is the Eternal Ones by Namina Forna. So this is the last installment of the Gilded Ones trilogy. The Gilded Ones, that book was one of the first books I read when I started reading again. So I've been meaning to finally finish the series. It's so good, y'all. So when I saw this book, no questions asked, we were going to add it to cart. But also just look at this cover. It's stunning. Stunning. And this is also a warning, if you haven't read book 1 or 2 in the series, you probably want to skip this one, so it does not spoil things for you, because it's a really good series and you should read them in order. So please do skip if you have not read the first 2. Her blood made her an outcast. Her choices made her a warrior. Now she must become eternal. Mere weeks after confronting the Gilded Ones, the false beings she once believed to be her family, Dika is now on the hunt. In order to kill the gods, whose ravenous competition for power is bleeding Otera dry, she must uncover the source of her divinity. But with her mortal body on the verge of ruin, Dika is running out of time to save herself and an empire that's tearing itself apart at the seams. When Dika's search leads her and her friends to the edge of the world as they know it, they discover an astonishing new realm, one that holds the key to Dika's past. It also illuminates a devastating decision she must soon make. Be reborn as a god, losing everyone she loves in the process, or bring the end of the world. In the stunning finale of the groundbreaking Gilded One series, which shimmers like gold, Dika's journey to reclaiming her divinity and remaking a world that threatens to destroy her comes to its breathtaking conclusion. Okay, as you can tell, I started reading fast at the end because I got really excited. But there's a lot that goes on in the series, so it's kind of hard to sum up. But Dika wasn't always going to be a warrior. It was something that happened in book 1 that led her to the path of becoming a warrior, and that didn't fully emerge till the end / beginning of book 2. But ever since book 1, Dika has been different, and everyone's been kind of worried of her because you're like, what is she exactly? And for us to be at book 3 and Dika's finally gonna find out who she is, her background, what makes her her, is very exciting. But also giving Dika the option to be a god and losing all her friends and her loved ones, or bringing the end of the world, is crazy to me, because along the books Dika has made valued friends and trusted people. She's even got a little dude on the side. So I don't see her leaving that behind, but I also at the same time do not see her wanting to bring about the end of the world just so she could stay with her loved ones, because again, that's the end of the world. You're not going to be with them long anyway. So I'm very excited. Again, I still can't believe we're at the last book of the series. That's crazy to me. She's a little thick. She's one of the thicker books in the haul. And then also on the back, it says she holds the power to defeat the gods, but can she become one? I would say yes, my girl Dika can become a god because she's been through so much, but does she want to become one? It's the question we should be asking. So excited, so excited. And then these are book 1 and 2, the Gilded Ones and the Merciless Ones. Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. And then the amount of pages we have are 462. Cute. And then the original price was $19.99. That's the book haul for y'all. I'm so excited to read a lot of these books I've been wanting to read for a very long time, so I'm excited. And then some of these are some newer ones that just came out, but nonetheless I'm excited. Books make me happy, as you can tell. So I'm just gonna show the books I got one more time, and then you can buy them, because as far as I know, the book haul is going to last for a while, but also because it's only going to be online this time around, once they run out, that is it. So Be on your P's and Q's. The Eternal Ones by Namina Forna. The Invocations by Krystal Sutherland. The Hunting Moon by Susan Dennard. A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft. Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jenniffer L. Armentrout. Gotta get all the books down here. The Coven by Harper L. Woods. If We Were Perfect by Anna Huang. Cross the Line by Simone Soltani. And lastly, The Air He Breathes by Brittany. Those are all of my books. So thanks for watching. Hopefully y'all go catch some of these deals and buy some books yourself to add to your collection. I will see y'all in the next video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button down below. Peace and blessings, my loves.